EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to a sold-out and absolutely rocking Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the Green Bay Packers and the New Orleans Saints. Fielded in the end zone. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. A big play there. Taking it in. And the Packers have taken the early lead.
For the extra point.
I'm glad we were paying attention during the rules seminar because we learned the only time you can't advance a fumble like that is in the last 2 minutes of either half.
Right. Other than that, if that ball's out, whether forward or backwards, it's live and free for anybody.
No doubt about it. When you say free, that means he's got free reign to pick it up and go. And that's exactly what happened there. Took it in for a touchdown.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
On 1st and 10. Short. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game. Team's first play, second down.
Up 2nd and 11 at the 19-yard line.
From the gun, short. With a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And they will finally stop him, but a great return gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
He will push his way down to about the 14. Making the stop there, Danielle Hunter.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
And he's brought down. A nice pickup at 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal, and he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A great effort there. Taking it in. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Packers 14, Saints nothing. Austin McGinnis set
the McGinnis with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Taken in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half, they've got to turn things around quickly. Well, that's good for a 1st down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the
that time on the outside. Pretty nice job as a cornerback to shed any would-be blockers and make the tackle.
And think about the praise we're giving him, what his coaches have given him, but how about the respect he gets from his teammates to be a complete corner who doesn't just cover receivers, but also tackles ball carriers.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
At the Packers' 29-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun. Short. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
1st and goal.
23 yards on the play. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line. because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Love now to pass on first down. Brought down after a very nice gain. In the wild card win last week, he had just 2 catches, and now he's got his first one here.
First down, Green Bay.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 46-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
And they give this time to the tailback. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 38-yard line.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Packers 14, Saints 7.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Short. He's got the lead, and there he goes. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Come on now. And we'll see if that pick 6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change.
The conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, You enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And this will be brought back to the 22. Sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Taken down at the
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down and 6.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Throwing. Love. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back to the 24.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget.
For the field goal. A 41-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense, because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Kamara. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Short. Will find his tight end here, DeGuara. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Back to throw. Short. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run. This is Kamara. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
31-yard line.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Off the bootleg. Short, sliding out of the pocket. His pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off down at the 10. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy.
Let's go! Let's go!
We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this 1st half. And he'll give it here to his running back. And some room to work. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 14 yards, good for a Packer 1st down.
1st down, Green Bay.
Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Now a 2nd down throw for Love here. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
3rd and 2. Love with it. Complete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Intended for Devontae Adams. Incomplete. It's now.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This from 54 yards away.
For the field goal. A 54-yard attempt.
Just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. So a big play before before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
I think in this situation, that's the proper play. We do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're just going to run it here up the middle. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Inside give. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Here's Love. Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chunks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down. And 2 yards to go.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Working out of the gun. Love. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
He was taken down at the 50.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Looking deep for Adams. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Love from the gun. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense is getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They go bootleg. Love. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
They give it off here to the tight end. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
They're a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. On 3rd down, Love. And he's got Snead.
And the Packers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Saints' 10-yard line.
Touchdown, Green Bay. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Well, after their wild card round game last week, you and I said, well, they played pretty well. Maybe they got a shot at keeping this one close. They've done more than keep this one close.
Yeah, they've made quite a statement, haven't they? And I don't know if it was the week off that hurt this defense, but they've been flat from the get-go. And that's always a coach's fear. Okay, you earn the open week, but you wonder how they'll respond with that extra time off.
And it seems like they've been running uphill all game. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there halftime action.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Again, it's Kamara. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there. And trying to figure out which play to run, and just lost track, and it cost him.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And he's got some space here. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now here live in New Orleans. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
From the gun on 3rd down. Short. And he's able to find Diggs. Midfield just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 63 yards receiving for him now. And that last catch good enough for a 1st down.
At the 42-yard line.
Kamara. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Taken down.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And down to the 27-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end of the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
At the Packers' 26-yard line.
They run it again with Kamara. Down right around the 25. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
To throw on 3rd down. Short. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a pickup of 13. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And Give them 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
They'll run it with Kamara. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Well, I know defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down here.
The Packers are moving on as we say thanks for watching and so long.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. I'll be heading to the hotel. Charles, he's off to Bourbon Street.
No, I'm not.
As we say so long from New Orleans.